What if I told you your brain is not wired for success? It's wired for survival, and the thoughts you keep thinking, most of them aren't even yours. They're borrowed from your parents, your past, society, trauma. But here's the good news. Your brain is reprogrammable. You don't need to be a different person. You just need to give your mind new instructions. Let's talk about how to rewrite the code and actually believe you deserve the life you want. Most people go their whole lives running on autopilot, unaware that their thoughts are shaping their future. They don't realize they're not actually choosing, they're repeating. And what gets repeated becomes reality. If you've ever felt stuck or like something invisible keeps holding you back, it's probably this. Old beliefs running the show behind the scenes, beliefs you didn't choose but have been obeying like law. But the truth is, your beliefs are not facts. They're flexible, rewritable, changeable. And once you see them for what they are, stories, not truths, you take your power back. You don't have to believe every thought you think. You don't have to accept every mental loop as the final say. You are the thinker, not the thought. And that makes you the author of your mind's next chapter. Change won't happen overnight, but it starts with awareness, and awareness is the beginning of liberation. Every big change starts with a small shift. Reprogramming doesn't mean fixing what's broken, it means returning to what's real. You're not here to live someone else's narrative. You're here to remember who you really are underneath the noise. The most powerful thing you can do is notice your thoughts without judging them. That awareness alone is a revolution. Because when you stop believing the lie starts losing power. Your future is not built from force, it's built from clarity. And clarity starts with giving yourself permission to think differently. Why you think the way you do. Your mind is like a garden, and every thought is a seed. Some of those seeds were planted decades ago. You're not good enough. Play it safe. Don't stand out. You didn't ask for them, but they've been growing quietly in the background. And if you don't dig them up, they shape everything. Your confidence, your decisions, your dreams. You're not lazy. You're not unmotivated. You're just living by old mental instructions. Instructions that were meant to keep you safe, not successful. But safety and success aren't always the same thing. Growth requires risk, visibility, change. And your brain resists change, even good change, because change feels unfamiliar. That's why success can feel uncomfortable, because it challenges the rules you've been living by. Your earliest beliefs weren't formed by logic, but by emotion. If you were praised for being quiet, you learned to stay small. If you were punished for expressing emotion, you learned to suppress your truth. These lessons might have protected you as a child, but now they limit you as an adult. Your subconscious is a pattern machine. It doesn't care whether a belief is true, it cares whether it's familiar. And that's why you keep ending up in the same situations. Not because you're cursed, but because your mind is recycling what it knows. If success was never modeled to you, it can feel like a threat. If love always came with conditions, you may reject it when it's freely given. But awareness gives you a choice, and choice is the beginning of freedom. You can't change what happened, but you can change the meaning you give it. And that changes everything. The mind thrives on patterns, even harmful ones, because they feel safe. You may resist new opportunities because they contradict your inner blueprint, but that blueprint can be redesigned. You are not the belief, you are the observer of it. And observers have the power to choose a new lens. Start asking, is this belief helping or hurting me? What if it's not true? What could be true instead? Every time you question a limiting belief, you create space for expansion. And in that space, success becomes less about proving and more about allowing. How to start reprogramming. So how do you reprogram your mind? You don't force it. You train it. Gently, repetitively, with intention. Step 1. Become aware. You can't change what you don't notice. Start by observing the thoughts that come up when you try to take action. Do you hear, "Who do you think you are? It'll never work"? That's old programming speaking. Step 2. Question everything. Ask, is this thought mine or was it given to me? Does this belief lead me toward the life I want or away from it? Step 3. Create new commands. Speak to yourself in future truth. I am capable. It's safe to be seen. Success can feel calm. Your brain believes repetition more than logic, so say it often, even when you don't feel it yet. Step 4. Surround yourself with proof. Listen to content, people, and stories that reinforce the beliefs you want to build. What you consume shapes what you believe is possible. And step 5. Act on the new belief. Even in tiny ways. You can't think your way into new wiring. You have to live into it. It's not about fake positivity. It's about intentional practice. Reprogramming means showing up as your future self in the present. It means making choices that align with who you want to become, not who you used to be. Meditation, journaling, affirmations, and visualizations can help, but only if they're paired with action. Affirm it, yes, but also do it. Start with small wins. Make one brave choice today that your past self would have avoided. Watch how your brain reacts, and gently remind it, we're safe now. Keep a proof list, a list of every time you acted in alignment with your new belief. That's how you build evidence. That's how the rewiring sticks. Don't wait to feel fearless. Just be willing to feel uncomfortable, because discomfort is the price of rewiring what no longer serves you, and peace is what's waiting on the other side. Repetition is the key. Your brain learns by seeing the same pattern over and over. Every time you override old wiring, you strengthen the new one. Consistency matters more than intensity. Speak kindly to yourself even when you slip. Growth isn't linear, it's layered. Visualize your new self often. Feel into their energy. Embody their choices. Let that version guide your next decision. You're not faking it. You're remembering who you've always been underneath the fear. Your brain isn't your enemy. It's just been following outdated instructions, but now you're the one writing the code. It's safe to change. It's safe to succeed. It's safe to outgrow the version of you that thought survival was all there was. Success isn't just a goal. It's a mindset, a nervous system, a pattern, and you're allowed to rewrite it gently, consistently, and with love. Start today, because your future self is already waiting to thank you. Remember, your thoughts are not fixed, they're flexible, and every belief you rewrite gives you access to a new identity. There's no perfect way to reprogram, only consistent willingness. Willingness to pause, reflect, re-choose. Each moment is a micro-opportunity to align with your highest version. Each choice builds your new mental baseline. You may not see changes instantly, but change is happening every time you choose faith over fear. So be patient with yourself. You're not behind, you're rebuilding. You're not lost, you're waking up. Let this be your permission slip to outgrow what no longer fits, and to believe that success can be soft, honest, aligned. You're no longer available for self-sabotage disguised as safety. You're rewriting your story, and this chapter is yours to create. Keep showing up. Your new mind is already forming, and the life you want is becoming familiar. This isn't about becoming someone else. It's about becoming more of who you already are. Let your actions speak from your new belief. Let your habits match your vision. Success is built on self-trust, and self-trust is built on small, loving choices over time. You don't have to force the transformation. You just have to keep saying yes to it, because every yes moves you closer. Closer to peace, closer to alignment, closer to you.